So we are recording. So first and foremost, welcome to Mix It Up Monday. We are so grateful to have all of you here with us tonight. So we are going to start this off tonight by seeing if anybody wants to shout out anything. It could be a promotion, it could be earning an incentive, it could be having your first party, gaining a teamie, doing something tough like doing a follow-up system. I mean, it can be anything. There's nothing too small to be celebrated. If you got active today, then we need to cheer you on. If your teamie got active, let's cheer that on. And I want to stress that sometimes we think about our wins as, oh, I have 2,000 PRV. That's fantastic. We're not saying it isn't, but every win should be celebrated. Every win matters. So if anybody wants to unmute and share that with us, please feel free. If you want to put it in the chat, please feel free. We're going to do this for a few minutes and then we are going to move into our first question. So every Mix It Up Monday will start like this moving forward. We're going to celebrate and then we're going to have a question of the night. And then we'll get into our presenter. Does anybody want to share with us?
Okay, I will actually share because so I started last year, so I've made my year, I think it was like April 4th or 8th or something like that. But I had a few team members join. One just kind of snagged a kit and ran, and one has stuck it out very, very well, which was Renee, and she has been kicking butt left and right. So I feel like just for me and her, like I have other teammates that are on my team that aren't really doing much, and I've reached out and I've tried to push them more to do it. You can just kind of tell they're just not interested, but I still make contact and everything. But Renee and I feel have really bust butt every month since she's joined and I've joined, and for just two of us, we've done really, really good. So just want to give a shout out to that. She's been active every month, and so have I. So, and we always set small goals together and reach them together, and then we go the step further and just kind of work it. So, I mean, I'm pretty proud of that and proud that I've stuck it out for a whole year and that I actually have a teammate.
Yay, that's incredible. It's like you have an accountability partner, and it really matters. It really matters when you can find somebody that you can, work with, collaborate with, push you to that next level. So good for you and Renee. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing with us. I saw Dusty commented that she made it to 500 PRV. That's great. Yay, Dusty. April 21st is Amy's 9 years with Sensi. That is incredible. 9 years. That is sometimes longer than relationships or jobs that you're with, right? Like I can't even think about a job that I've been at for 9 years. So that is amazing. She's not on the call, but I am going to call out my frontline director, Tanya. Today, her and her team hit 1 year director consistency. I am so incredibly proud of her. Last year at this time, she was about to lose her title. They kicked the queue and they never looked back. So I'm super proud of her. Anybody else want to share?
My teamie, which is actually my daughter, she actually got her first teammate this week. And her teammate she finally signed somebody on, and her teammate's kicking butt. I mean, she's already sold $150 worth of stuff, and she just started like 2 days ago. So she's doing really good.
Yay! There's something about new teamies and new blood, right? They just always light all of our souls on fire. That's awesome. Does anybody else want to share before we move into our question of the night?
Hi.
Hi.
So I just wanted to share, I felt really proud this week because of my just upselling. I mean, and it's not even like really upselling. I posted about it, but just asking for the sale. So I did it last week with closing out my party. I said, hey, did you want to add a $20 mystery bag to your order? And I posted this. I was just like, oh, should I just say 15? I even asked, she's spending a lot already. I don't know what she wanted to spend. And I'm like going through all these what ifs in my head. And I was like, no, just do it. And then I did the same thing for my pre-order on my Princess and Pod for today. I was like, hey, did you want to add a $20 mystery bag? And she's like, sure, why not? So that's another $40 for the month that I added in. Actually, a little bit more because I always go a little over. And then I also invited her to do a quick refill party because she had a party in February, and then that $20 mystery bag put her at almost $100. So I was like, we might as well see if anybody needs a refill really quick over the weekend, just a quick little blurb. So we didn't get any takers, but I'm not even sad about it because I just think the whole thing was just a really good experience.
I am so proud of you, Miss Dara. I am. And I just wrote down refill party because that is so clever. And I'm like, how can I turn this into something moving forward? So thank you so much for sharing. Jessica wrote in the comments, I've been in a Scentsy funk and I kicked it in gear and hit 1000K this month, which hasn't happened in a long time. Whoop, whoop. Which don't stop there because you are halfway to your 5% bonus and it is so doable. All right, so we're going to move into the question of the night, and you can either unmute yourself and answer it, or you can put it in the chat. And I really want you guys to take a moment, and I want you to just don't second guess yourself when I ask this question. Don't say, is this not doable? Do not put limits on yourself, because let me tell you, you guys, this business is limitless. I can't even sit here and say the sky is the limit because it's not. You can go past the sky. So I want you to tell me what your dream paycheck is this year in 2021, not next year, this year. The first thing that comes to your mind, what is your dream commission check? Got 1,000, love it. 10,000, 1,000, 1,000. 5,000. Oh, I love these. You know, and the crazy part is all of these numbers are so incredibly doable. We see people do it all the time, right? And you guys are going to be one of those people. All these numbers that you're writing right here, I encourage you to take a little piece of paper and write, I will make $10,000 with Scentsy in 1 month this year, and pin it somewhere where you can see it every single day, because there's something so powerful about writing your goal down and then putting it into action. So, oh, these are great. Another 1,000. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing with us. So I'm super excited. I'm going to let Bree take it from here so she can introduce Miss Sarah. And I can't wait to learn this. Woo, seven, oh my God, I can't talk. 7,500. I was going to say 75,000, which is totally doable too, Bree.
Okay, so I want to introduce my Scentsy bestie, Sarah, aka Boo Boo. This is a funny story. Sarah did not like me. So we're in the same organization. We're under the same superstore director. And Sarah, how long have you been a consultant? 6 years?
Just over 5.
Okay, just over 5. So I came in as a new consultant and Sarah was like, what are you doing? How are you making this work? And she did not like me. And then ironically enough, we both earned the incentive. It was in 2017 we earned that incentive.
18.
No, we earned it in 2017, right? It doesn't matter. But we both earned the incentive, and we were both going to go by ourselves on the incentive. And when you go by yourself, they want you to have a roommate. I was brand new and didn't know anyone. Sarah didn't really know anyone. And she messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to be my roommate? So I got on the plane.
Actually, I messaged you before that and I was like, what are you doing? Can you teach me? And I feel like that's important to bring up because as much as I thought I didn't like you, I judged you before I knew anything. I swallowed my pride and I'm like, how are you achieving all of this? Because I was jealous, but I was also blown away. And from there, we weren't just like, I hate this girl and I want to be a roommate.
So we both got on a plane all by ourselves and left our kids at home. We had kids around the same age, and we got on a plane and met each other in California and spent an entire week together, and it was magical at Disneyland. So we went and did Disney together, and yeah, we've been friends ever since. And she lives in Pennsylvania. They're actually getting ready to move to North Carolina. Sarah is a hustler. She sold, what was it, over 2,500 in how many hours?
I think it was 23 in 11 hours.
So $2,300 in 11 hours to earn her spot for an incentive. And she could have easily sat there and been like, nope, I can't do this. I'm not going to earn it. But she didn't. She kept hustling to make it happen. And guess what? It can happen. So I think that is one of her best and strongest qualities. And then I also think another strong quality that she has is that she never, ever gives up on herself. And she has been through a lot. Her husband's in the military. They're getting ready to make another big move. She has 2 kids that she does a lot of raising of them by herself because of her husband's job. So I think that she's amazing, and she knows everything about Vizzlie. So I asked for her to come on here and teach us about Vizzlie tonight.
Well, thank you, Bree. Don't make me cry though. All right, guys. So Bree did a good job. Been around for a little over 5 years. And a couple years ago, I started using Vizzlie. For those of you who don't know what Vizzlie is a website that you can schedule posts to groups. Now, it sounds kind of unnecessary when you know Facebook allows you to schedule groups. Vizzlie takes it to the next level. There's a lot of features that I'm going to go over. And Vizzlie, if it's something you have used in the past and didn't love it, it has only gotten better. I used it, I stopped using it for a while, and then I got back into it because it just simplifies so much of every aspect. I know Jessica said she uses her VIP page or VIP group for parties. So she doesn't go off and create multiple groups every time she has a party. And it's beneficial not only for parties, but for your VIP group, for your team page, for training, for host coaching. There's so many things that you can use Vizzlie for. And I'm honestly, there's a few extra parts to Vizzlie that does like email campaigns, text campaigns. I'm not touching on any of that. I'm strictly just going to talk about it in the sense of scheduling posts for your Facebook groups. So let's see. I've never done this. We'll share screen. Okay. Share this screen. So here I am. And for those of you who like want to jot this down, it's Vizzlie. When you go in and you create an account, I will tell you it's $10 a month. You do have the option, and let me see. There is a free option, and I wish I wrote this down. Notifications, no. There is a free option, but I think it only lets you work with 1 or 2 groups per month. With the $10 a month tax write-off version, it's unlimited. The amount of groups that you can track and use is unlimited, which is great. And you don't have to worry about like, oh, I have 2 parties going on at the same time. It'll post for you for everything. So right now what we're looking at is my tracked groups right here, which for right now I have my VIP page, which is the Sons Across America. And then I have a party that recently ended, well, last month. So I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about these groups and what I do. So for my VIP group, a ridiculous number of consultants all over have created these templates that are specific for Vizzlie. These templates, you can share the template code and anyone can use them. I can give them to you. I can tell you what the template code is for some of the things I'm going to show you. There is also a Facebook group for Vizzlie templates, and I can post that in the comments. So what you're looking at right now under scheduled posts are all of the posts that have not happened yet. Those are the ones that are coming. This is super simple. They're just like the extra things that I know I'm sharing consistently. And honestly, it all came from someone else. Someone else shared their template and I'm using it. So I have this or that on Thursdays, squeaky clean Saturday, mix it Monday, tip Tuesday. So we can preview the post and it's as simple as this or that. It's not gonna let me scroll down. The text is there and it's good to go. All of it is ready. All of it will post and I don't even have to think about it. That's just a couple ideas that you can use Vizzlie for within your like VIP page, customer group, whatever you want to call it. As far as parties, now I'm not gonna lie, my templates are a hot mess. None of this is organized. However, you can organize it. I just haven't. So I'm going to show you my spring and summer template.
LOA, why are you up?
So with this template, again, it was created by someone else. Another consultant shared this template and I'm using it because sharing's caring and it makes everyone's life easier. So with it, you'll see like, okay, I have some details about me and all of that. I'm going to go into edit so you guys can see how to manipulate it for it to work the way that you want. So I want this post to be posted one day before the starting time at exactly, I don't want 9 a.m. I'm going to switch it to I'm going to switch it to 5 p.m. It has all of this information. And it's as simple as updating it. It's ready to go. All of that is set. So you'll see all of these posts. If you look at the blue circle, it has the times that these are going to be shared. It tells you how many days, and then it says before. If it's after the party starts, it will have the purple in the after. What's cool about that, and it was something that I never really played with prior to coming back to Vizzlie, is that I was making like individual templates for like each day. Now you can make it where it's one big template. It goes off the time that you want it to. And one of the cool things is nope, I'm going to have to import it. I'll show you that in a second. But needless to say, I have all of these posts ready to go for a party and it's all there. I don't have to do anything. The most work that I had to do with this one template was go in and make it my own. You know, whoever created it had, you know, worded things like I wouldn't. I wanted to make it more authentic. I never want to like copy people word for word because people know how I talk, or, you know, I can't say my 6 cats, you know, whatever, when I don't have cats. So I always make sure to change it. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to go into groups over on the left side of the screen. And I'm going to open up this group. And I'm going to go down. Let's see. Delete multiple. Select all. Delete all. Compare and delete. Okay, I'm going to use a template. Under scheduled posts, you click use a template. And here are my choices of templates that I want to use. So I'm going to click on the spring, summer 2021. Now I want my party to start, the actual event to start on, let's say the 22nd. And I want the first post to go off at 9 a.m. I'm going to load that template. So here you're going to see all of the information, all of the posts, what time it's going to go, and it's set. And like this one, I'm gonna edit it so you can see. It's as simple as sharing a template. It has the images, it talks about what I want it to say, it's got the words, and it's all set. And that continues on for the entire party. So let's say you have, your host says, hey, can we start my party like an hour later than we talked about because I have this going on? Well, sure. Yes, we can. No problem. You go ahead and you click on the post and you can either hurry it or you can delay it. So I'm going to click on delay. She said 1 hour. So I'm going to click here, select 1 hour, original time to adjusted time. Then it asks me if I want it to adjust every single post, scheduled post. And I'm going to say yes. So everything flows nicely like I want. So this one, along with every other single post, gets changed. And now that the date or the time, the date's the same, the time is different. So it's a simple adjustment if need be. So real quick, you're going to see this big pink alert. It says Vizzlie was notified by Facebook that your account does not have enough permission to post. What this means is with Facebook, and I'm going to show you how to go in and do this. Facebook requires you to authorize third-party apps to work on your account. So I'm just going to type in Stephanie's.
It's right there, sir. Dude, I didn't get it.
Session. All right, so here I am in the group. I'm gonna go and scroll down, and I do need to note that this option is only available through a computer. There may be a workaround in terms of being able to do it from a mobile device, but if you're on like the Facebook app on your phone, you can't add the authorization that you need to. I've always just done it for my computer. So you click on settings, you scroll down. Manage advanced settings. You're going to click on the edit button. It says it's not there, but I'm going to delete it, re-add it. I'm going to click on add apps. And then I'm just going to go over here and type in Vizzlie. Nope, it auto-corrected. Here we go. I'm gonna add it. It lets you know like the details about it. So now it's added in there. I'm gonna go back to Vizzlie, delete this message, and go back to the work that I need to do. Now, this all seems a little overwhelming at first, especially when it's something you've never touched before, you've never used the program. It is very simple. They have great trainings on their website as well. One of the things you'll notice when you start uploading a template or making posts, creating your own content, you'll see right here, it says posting is turned off. It will automatically be turned off from the get-go. You have to turn it back on. So I'm going to turn it on. And it's asking me if I want it to. I'm going to select continue. And the cool thing is it shows you right here, like a countdown. You know exactly when that next post is going to go, when everything's going to start. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And let's see, how do I remove this? I don't know if it's going to let me. One of the things that is also extremely helpful with Vizzlie is, I'm going to edit this so you guys can see. They have text replacement. So you can literally do anything that you want in terms of text replacement. So right here, this highlighted area where it says link, you put it in the little arrows, type link, and automatically the program tells you you need to input the correct text to replace that. Same thing with, you know, at the top, where is it? Maybe it isn't on this one. Oh, here it is. You know, you can do their name. You can do text replacement for the dates, the times, any of that nature that you would need to have it be something that you can easily edit without having to recreate the wheel or do anything crazy like that. So automatically it's in there, canceling because I didn't make any changes. Down at the bottom, it asks me to set the text replacement. So what I do is I go in, I copy the party link, I paste it in this box here, and then it's automatic. It's perfect. So if I have 5 parties going on, 5 different party links, Stephanie's party, her link is in there. Jenna's party, her link is in there, so on and so forth. Does that make sense? And the same thing.
Yeah, it makes
the same
sense.
thing goes with like the name. Oh, cancel. So here you'll see it highlighted. If it's Stephanie's party, it says Stephanie's party. If it's Jenna's party, it says Jenna's party, and so on. That makes it so, again, you don't have to edit the template over and over and over again. You just edit the text replacements. It will not let you start posting until those text replacements are filled. So this is exactly, and I'm going to go a little slower. I'm going to show you, you know, some of the things that I share. And I can share this template code with you guys if it's something that you're interested in. So again, like welcome, next, this is when the party starts. Make sure you're following. A little notice about shipping delays, who's going to join us, and that includes like an intro about me. And then I talk about Sensei, as simple as any other party, you know. It's just I don't have to do the thinking. I don't have to do the work. It's already done. It's already there. Now, this probably seems a little overwhelming for those who have never used a program like this. it might even seem overwhelming for those of you who, you know, do parties on the fly. I know when I first started, before I was ever introduced with like scheduling posts, I used to just kind of roll with it. Like, oh, I feel like posting this at this time. Maybe I'll post this a little later. Like, I had no schedule whatsoever. I just completely, I just let it roll. With this, it's so much nicer because I'm organized. I know I'm covering everything that I want to cover. It's easy to find the information, and I have more time. And this is probably my favorite part about using Vizzlie or any type of scheduling tool is I have more time to interact with the host, with their guests. If they're commenting on something, I can comment back. I don't have to worry about what I'm about to say next. It's doing it for me. So that's just a little bit on the whole template for parties. If you were somebody who is creative, likes to do their own thing, doesn't want to use someone else's information, that's awesome. And you can totally do that. You just click on create template and you can name it. So I'm going to name it April Party. I mean, I don't really know. I don't need a description. April Party is enough. So I can go in here and I can just click on this and I can add a new post. It is going to ask me what I want for timing. Now, I want it to be one day before the starting time. Let's say this is confusing me. 2 hours before the event starts. I can title it anything that I want that I know it's going to be, like welcome. I go in here, type whatever I want, scroll down. I want to add an attachment. I'm going to add an image. Scroll down. I already have folders. However, if you didn't have folders or an image gallery, you just upload from your computer right here. So I have all of that. I'm just going to select this, create. There's my first post. And you can go on and on and on. And you can make it to be a 30-minute party. You can make it to be a 2-week party. You can create it however you want. And that's one of the great things about doing it your own way. So while I'm on here, I am going to look up Sensi Vizzlie Code Group. This group is strictly for sharing codes. Here's a great question, and this can kind of work for Jessica's question. Does anyone have a code for a Rising Stars program? There's codes for trainings. There's codes for, let's see, Soaring to Superstar. Templates for everything. And I feel like this, you know, again, like I'm saying Jessica, because she was the one who said, I do my parties this way and I don't need to schedule posts in that same way. So if you join this group, you're going to see that everyone is awesome and everyone shares. So you have post templates, so many templates. It'll let me scroll down more. It's not letting me scroll down more. But there's 12 comments. The next post, there's comments. 1 hour, 1 day, 3 day, 4 day, 1 week, so on and so forth. This is one of my favorite things to use is a launch party. because not only are you helping your new consultant, but you're making it simpler on yourself. Mystery host. There are so many options in terms of different ways to utilize Vizzlie. Texting party, product posts, information posts, themed days, which is much like what I have for my VIP. So like, you know, Tip Tuesday, Warmer Wednesday, interaction posts, inspiration, team coaching, host coaching. There's a lot out there, and those are just the ones that are like in their albums. If you just search for whatever it is you're looking for, like let's say leap to lead. Oops, that didn't do what I wanted it to. I wanted to search within that group. Leap to lead. Now, I'm not 100% sure if there is a code. Some of them, yep, here we go. So there is a code for that. There's codes for everything. And consultants create all of this content, and it's up for grabs. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should touch on in terms of Vizzlie itself. Does anyone have any questions about using Vizzlie?
So there was a question in the chat that said, so you said it's free to have Vizzlie to follow 2 groups. So if I were to have 2 parties a week, would it be fine to do the free version? That's what I grasped too, because it's only allowing you to do 2 per month, correct?
Two a month. Let me go to the FAQs. It's been so long since, here we go. So I have the core. I don't mess with the plus. There's no reason for me, because I don't use the texting at all. And if you pay for it a year in advance, it's cheaper. I didn't know they even had professional or global. Is there a free trial? It's strange. They may have changed it since I signed up, to be completely honest. From what I knew, it was track 2 groups per month for free. And I don't think you got any of like the extras. You definitely didn't get any of the texting. But there is the free trial if you just go. And then there is a referral. If you refer somebody, they become a paying customer, you get 1 free referral token. You can redeem 2 tokens for a $10 credit. So there's that option too. But I would stress that if you're somebody who struggles with, you know, time management or gets overwhelmed easily, or is somebody who is a rock star and has 2 parties a week, that's overwhelming for me. And you know, you want to simplify your systems. Vizzlie is worth the $10 because it's a tax write-off, A. And B, the parties that you will have, you're going to make that $10 back in no time. No time. It really is, you know, it's a no-brainer if you're somebody who does a lot of parties online and who wants to simplify the way that they do them.
I do have a question for you, and I may have missed it. So say I get my account set up, I get my credit card in, all that jazz is done. I put in a template code. How do I dictate what group to share it to? So say I do have
That's a
4
good question.
parties
And
going
I
on
don't
in
think
one
I really covered that well. So I'm going to go down to templates. I'm going to click on, because they're Facebook templates ultimately is what I'm talking about. Let me see. I'm just going to copy this. It's just a random code. I'm going to go here. I have the code for the template that I want. So I'm going to click on import template, copy and paste it, search. My internet is so slow. Okay, so I'm not worrying about that. I'm going to import this template. It's going to save onto my dashboard. It will save under everything. That's mine. And now that it's saved under mine, I can edit the template in any way that I want. So this is for a lead to lead. It doesn't appear that like this post has anything personalized. It doesn't say who made it. It's not their name. It's nothing like that. So I wouldn't edit it. If they put, you know, hey, this is your SSD so-and-so, then I would change it to, hey, it's Sarah, you know, your director. Let's talk about this. I'm going to leave it all alone because it's, as far as that post, it's fine. So I'm going to go over to groups under activities and then Facebook. I'm going to click on groups. Now you can see that it says pages and events. Unfortunately, because of Facebook, they can no longer post into events. It does not let them. Same thing with pages. It only works for groups. So I'm going to click on groups. And let's say I want to be sharing this Leap to Lead program template into my team page. My team page is Sense and Shine. So I'm going to track this group. So I click track group, confirm that I want to track it. I'm going to go up and I'm going to open the group. From there, again, you can see posting is turned off. It tells you you have to add Vizzlie as a group app. And you can go down. So for scheduled posts, you go in, you click use a template, go down, and I'm going to use the Leap to Lead. It's asking me when I want it to start. So I'm just going to say April 30th, leave the time. I want all the posts to go. So I'm going to load that template. Here it is. Everything that came from that one template is here, all the way to the very end of it, wherever that may be. There aren't text replacements for this one, so that makes it, you know, relatively easy. All I honestly have to do is turn this on and then go over to my team group on Facebook and authorize Vizzlie to post on my behalf. So just click that, continue, and it's good.
Okay, just so I'm understanding correctly. So when we go to groups, it's automatically going to load all the groups that I'm associated with on my Facebook, and then I just pick which one to track.
Correct. So
Okay.
what you do when you first go into Vizzlie is it will ask you to sign in, and it'll ask you to sign in through your Facebook.
Okay.
And from there, then it can see every single group
Perfect.
that you are either an admin, or it might work for moderators, but I know for sure it works for admins.
Okay. Perfect. That answered my question. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I had a quick question before you go any further. So when you uploaded that template and it showed you like all the dates and everything, can you go in individually on those different dates and edit if you wanted something different from the template, or do you have to use what is already loaded?
So, let me make sure I'm understanding like what you're asking. So let's say on May 1st, I'm like, no, I don't want that to be the post for that day. I want it to be the host exclusive kit instead. Is that what you're asking? Like if I were to want to switch?
Yeah, can you like switch it?
So
or...
you can, and there's the easiest way to do that would be to go in and click edit. And instead of it being on May 1st, I'm going to change it to May 2nd. I'm going to update that. And then for the one that was originally on the 2nd, I can go in and I can click edit, and then I can just change it to the 1st. And same thing goes with timing. You know, if I were to be like, I don't want it to go at 7 a.m., I can go in there, edit it. I want it 7 p.m. It's as simple as editing it from inside the group
Okay.
section and going from there.
Okay. Yep. That answered my question. Thank you.
Anyone else? I don't have, let's see. Stop sharing. Oh, okay. So yeah, no app for Vizzlie, like, unfortunately, on your phone. And then Krista and I ended up answering it. I wasn't reading the comments, sorry, because I had this, it was minimized for sharing the screen. Now, is anyone like excited to try Vizzlie based off of, you know, what I shared? Honestly, it's been a complete game changer. It truly has, and not just in the sense of parties, like I was saying. I love the fact that there's the option to do, you know, training for my team, or you know, I can do host coaching. And sometimes what happens is if you do a host coaching, and they see how simple that is, they get more intrigued into wanting to like come and do what we do. There are a lot of other options out there. I can't think of all of the names of them off the top of my head, but there are other options. And I've used a few other options. Vizzlie, for me, it's what I love. And one of the other things, let me go back in and share my screen. Because I think this is an important thing as well. And this is something I used before I knew that we could share codes. You can have a team on Vizzlie. Team page. There's 3 of us from back in 2018. Me, Bree, and Janet. And we worked on templates together. And that was also, you know, a really cool thing to be able to have, where, you know, I could work on a template for a little while, and then I could be like, oh, I don't have time to finish it today. And Bree would hop on and she would work on it. And, you know, we could share all of that, and you could share, shared images, templates, all of the things, which is, you know, that was a huge thing when we started using it. Now, again, I'll say I haven't done anything with like the texting or the email.
While you are still in there, is there a place that we would need to go in there and upload pictures?
So, image gallery. You can do it one of 2 ways. The most simple way is going to be going into image gallery. And you're going to want to go over here. You're going to want to click import. Enter a image folder. Nope. Cancel. Add. Title. Spring Summer 21. Create. Open this up. Upload images. So I can either drag and drop, or I can just click upload. and select the ones that I want to be on here and then save. And then they're in there. So when you're going and you're making posts, it's as simple as kind of like what I had showed before, where just click on this one. Edit. So down here, it will be here in this part. It'll come from your gallery where you can, you know, go to spring, summer, or real life warmers. It's going to open up my image gallery for real life warmers. Or I can go over and use the upload button here. In my opinion, it's easier to have the images in folders. However, if you're somebody who, honestly, I haven't made my own templates in a long time. So if you're somebody like me that's just using templates that other people have so graciously shared, you don't even have to worry about that. Ultimately, unless you're, you know, unless you want to add like, you know, maybe you take great pictures and you want to use your own images, you don't want to use what they're using, then that definitely, you know, plays a part.
Perfect. That answered my next question too, because I was just going to ask if I put in somebody else's code, it will just populate the pictures as well.
Everything.
So,
Yep.
perfect.
Everything, which is
awesome.
the best thing ever. I'm all about like work smarter, not harder. And, you know,
it's not broken, don't fix it.
Exactly. And I will say that since the new catalog, you know, spring and summer have come out, I haven't had a lot of traditional parties where I would be using templates. So the template that I've used, that I have for the spring and summer catalog, is not necessarily my favorite. And you'll find that when you're, you know, if you're in that group and you're going through and you're wanting to see like the different options, it might take you a couple different codes, other people's templates, to find something that like works for you.
This has been great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody have any other questions?
I would like to add that I was someone, well, Sarah said that we worked on Vizzlie together back in 2018, 2019. And I had recently gotten back into it after Sarah mentioned that that's what she was doing for her parties. And like being someone that is so busy, I work a full-time job. I have 2 little kids. I got to cart around everywhere. I was not doing parties because I'm like, I literally cannot handle another thing. But then what I saw is when you're not doing parties, you're not growing your business. You're not going to meet new people. The people you currently have, they're going to stop buying Scentsy one day. I'm just letting you know, or they're going to slow down. It happens. So you have to constantly be meeting new people. So I got back on and I was like, all right, I'm going to check out Vizzlie. I'm going to use the free version. I think right now you can do one group, like one group at a time, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I started using the free version. I uploaded the template. It literally took me like 30 minutes because I just found a template that someone was already using from that group Sarah mentioned. And I just had to go in and like put in the, you know, names that she was saying in the websites, and it was done. And it was scheduled for the entire week. The only thing I had to do was check it and interact with the party guest. And I was like, oh my gosh, like now I can run a successful Facebook party with my chaotic life. And I was honestly impressed with all the updates they had because it's come a long way in just 2 to 3 years, a long way. I mean, I love that you can now just share a template and put in a code and it literally imports everything. Now, I will say the template I used was from Rachel Pence, which she is a SSC. The only thing I did not like and that you need to be careful on is like Rachel uses a lot of real life images, including images of herself and her kids. So you can't just upload it and not look through the post. Like definitely you can upload the templates, but make sure you're looking through the post because you never want to share a picture of someone else using the products or someone else's kids
Yeah.
So that was the only thing. And that again was just like her template.
And a lot of people before this group came about, a lot of people who were sharing templates, they would have it like in the title of each post, like edit picture or add image or, you know, customize, make your own. Like it would tell you. Not all of them are like that now. I think that was just a really awesome person who created those. I was like really trying to help other people. But I mean, it doesn't take more than a few minutes to just browse through and look at what you're going to be posting. I will say that for me personally, even though they don't have like an app for your phone, I prefer to use Vizzlie on my phone than I do my computer. Because as you were seeing, I was trying to like continue to scroll down and it wouldn't let me. Like I couldn't view the full image on my computer, whereas I can do that with my phone. So I just shared the group link for the Vizzlie codes. And then let me peek real quick. I don't really care about getting credits, but if it gives you guys something, how does the referrals work again? Okay, I don't think it, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't actually do anything for you guys. Like sometimes it'll be like, you know, you get a free month. Yeah, so there's really no benefit of me sharing like my code. If you want it, I can share it, but it doesn't give you guys anything cool. So
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on and sharing. I know I'm excited to put this to use. It's been something on my bucket list to learn. And so I'm really excited to try it. I hear so many great things about it.
I love that because of the way the Sensi community is, everyone, you know, is so helpful with each other. And, you know, we all love to like share and make things easier for others, especially when it's something time consuming like this. You know, if it simplifies anything, if it takes, you know, away having to set aside an hour every night where you could be working on other things, you know, that's huge. That's everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Is anybody else already using it and maybe they want to share one last minute tip before we say our goodbyes? No? All righty.
Thank you guys.
We'll be here again next Monday. Next Monday, Miss Bree is presenting on what is it? You, me, who?
You, me, who?
You, me, who?
You, Me,
Thank you
Who
so much,
is-
Sarah.
Yes,
You,
no
Me,
problem.
Who is a inventory tracking. And then like it's a way you can share that with your customers. So if that interests you, definitely make sure you rejoin us next week.
Bye, you guys. Have a great night.
Thanks for
Bye.
having me. Bye.
Thank you.